Well, Dowse, as Sir Alex Ferguson said, football, bloody hell, what an ending.
That was never in doubt, was it? I was just telling people to relax. And we had really, I thought we had, just like it did against Bath City, we had absolutely battered in the first half and we never laid a glove. And we've been working all week about set players, how we can maybe hurt and set players, and he scored 2 from set players, 2 lads losing winners. But when I've been doing to go in there and bite and slag off and have a crack at them, I thought I'd go the other way and say, listen, hold on, man, I'm going to put it on you, you've got to have a go. We get the next goal, we'll have a go at this, the crowd will get lifted, and which it did do. We'll have a right go, and the lads did. Last 15 minutes, the onslaught came. You were likely to beat early. I think when Ben Gavin hit the ball, you thought it was scored. Wallace thought it was scored. I know the lads are like it would lift everybody. But yeah, I'm going to be honest about it. We've had a bit of luck. I'm going to be honest about it. We didn't deserve that, to be honest. If I'm going to be honest about it, some lads were off the game, which is great going into next week because they'll be better next week. And so it's we just got prepared. Listen, a great day for supporters. It was great to score when I'm running down the pitch and jumping, and this kid's come running towards us. I thought, bloody, it's a fan. I thought it was a Wealdstone fan, but it was Toby Edster. He's flicking cut me ear with his sip, so I've jumped up, I've turned, and when I went to change, with his blood coming out my ear, I was like, knacker. But good scenes.
And of course, your 3 substitutes made a huge difference, didn't they?
Three best players, one of the 3 best players, cards on the table. Kieran Ferdinand come on, solid about things like that. Heidi come on, looked strong and scored with a good goal, things we didn't look to do beforehand. We did have a plan all week, and we did have a plan in the, when we saw the lads to say, listen, these are the times we'll probably roughly make the subs. And we did do, but we can't keep giving ourselves a mountain to climb like that, you know. But you know, we've sort of come through it. It's a very emotional day, and we've had a good week for the game, to be honest. So we just got to play better. As simple as that. And you know, people say now if we play like that in the final, we'll get beaten. We will. You know, but if you've got character like that, you know, there's a belief where if you score a goal, I said in my half time, I say you score a goal, see what the crowd do, see how much they lift, you know, because we're getting aimless balls forward, aimless ball. Like Luva's limped round Henny for most of the game. He's got a kick early on, he's limped round for half a game, to be honest. And I know about this, will you take him off or do get something to join him? So we decided to take a gamble to get him joined. And bottom line is Heidi's had his injuries and come on and look sharp, so that gives us food. Hodgie come on and look sharp, and Kane Ferdinand come on, and because the lads in there, one thing I did see when I watched them, the lad Puku and that, give it that all the time, to get into people's faces all the time, and you got to match him, and we never, the 3 lads in there never done it today on a day's basis, but he did. Fernand, when he come on, he got his body there and he's got his foot there, and he looked stronger body wise, so I think he made a hell of a difference, to be honest. So I'm just pleased, like, by in the club and supporters. But you know, I'm not going to get carried away and say, oh, that's us now, and celebrate. And I said to the lads in there, we don't have to celebrate at all. You know, we can do next week if we finish the job off.
And did you think it was going to be one of those games when Gehring hit the bar from 2 yards out?
You do, because it's very hard. We played against a good side here. You know, I think we won the last 3 games, and they're going to beat Bath City 3-1 at their place. So when you play a playoffs, it isn't going to be a give me. It's going to be tough games. What we had done better than us, we got out the traps quicker and set the stall for the game. And it took me back a bit, to be honest, because that was our plan. And but you got to give credit to the lads and credit to everybody for where if you're down now and it's like that, to come back like that, fantastic and great scenes at the end, you know.
And why do you think it was such a slow, sluggish start?
I haven't got a clue. We were prepared right all the way through. We're prepared weekly. We've done set players. We've done the corners. We said we should be strong off set players and things like that, and we haven't been. 2 lads, I'm not going to mention names, lost their runners where it was their job to save their runners, and that's killed them before you knew it. It wasn't, if it passed to it was like 2-0 off 2 set players. But you know, again, Bobby's got a great side there. I think everybody felt he might be a once to go through, but to be fair to the lads, they deserve credit for how this season's went. And you know, every now and again you do get lady luck on your side, maybe it was today.
And of course, another huge goal from Jake Hyde. And he did keep his head, didn't he? He took it very, very well.
I thought Max did, to be honest, because Max was under pressure there with the tension of the crowd behind him, and I thought he took it and he slotted that one well. Musa got a header, pleased with that. But like, listen, we're not daft. We had a chat about it in there. We're not daft. It's a great day for the club and a great day for supporters, which I'm pleased about, and the noise they made, which is incredible, really. But the bottom line is, we'll let the play better if we're going to win the next game. But I say, if you finish second in the league, you deserve to be there. If you win games in the playoffs, you got to hold your nerve all the way through it. So it could have been easy just to see the game out. But the lads, again, we kept on saying at half time, just give us something, a goal, and it'll spark the whole place off. And I thought it did.
And of course, great scenes at the end.
Oh, fantastic! I let the lads get on with it because I don't want to get my big head everywhere, to be honest. And I clapped them and I came in a bit earlier because it's great scenes for them. It gets a bond between the players and supporters. I thought the supporters were brilliant. I can't ask for no more. We have clashes and all that, at times, which is natural. And of course, it's going to be it's rubbish because it was rubbish. So let's get it for 70 minutes. But the bottom line is, we've got to be pleased.
And of course, it's Welling next Sunday in the final. A difficult game. They beat Chelmsford 3-2.
That's right, because 3-2 was it? They scored a last minute penalty, is that right? It's the same score. So I bet emotional if it was a last minute penalty, which somebody told us before, that'd probably be like this. The scenes. I did see it. I think you're coming with your camera or whatever. I did see in there. If you get the scenes what we had today, you're not getting anywhere else. Welling, brilliant, winning today. But I bet the scenes one like ours here. Supporters, a noise, a crowd. We just need to try to communicate players to fans, but the only way the fans will do that is if we compete. If you don't compete in the first half, you're going to get booed, and I'm going to get booed. And I understand that I do. So we have a connection with them like we were in the last 10-15 minutes, where it's all or nothing, and the guts and the power and the blinking enjoyment of the game and the ball and passing the ball. That's the only way we'll get them completely on our side. So I understand how we were in the first half, and I understand they must be looking, thinking, we've got out of jail there. But listen, we've done things this season where we've been on top of games, and it's happened the other way around. So we'll have to take what we've got. But good luck to Wealdstone as well. Good side, good manager. I've always got a lot of time for Wealdstone people. I thought their supporters were noisy as well. Really made good entertainment. I thought they were excellent down that back. Their supporters were really good. I've always had a lot of respect for Wealdstone. Have a bit of banter with their fans every now and again. So. But I thought our fans were brilliant as well. And
finally, a word about Diarra. You brought him in partly to score goals at the other end, and his goal really set the tone, didn't it? It got you back into the game.
He's got 2 now, hasn't he? And he should have a lot more. And because I was saying at half time, we said about putting a bit on the ball. I knew I'd got to keep him in today, but we sort of said put a bit on the ball so you can go and attack it and all that. Because when they're driven in, sometimes they're driven in. You can't only do is flick. There's things where I do think he's scored a good goal there, got the crowd up again, but there's things we've got to work on this week. So we'll work Tuesday, we'll work Thursday, we'll stay in the hotel Saturday night. All the things will be the same as they were this week, and that's how we'll do it.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Cheers, and I appreciate the support. Okay.